And we will start standing. With our feet together. Turn your heels out to the corners of the room, fronts of the feet to follow. Soft through the knees, bring your hands to your hips. Send the hips all the way back and forwards. All the way back and forwards. All the way back and forwards. Then to your midway point between the two, straightening up through the knees, hands to the outside of the ribs. Big breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Arms down by your sides, roll your shoulders. And remembering the golden thread from the base of the skull, pulling you up nice and tall. Turn the head side to side. And down to the floor, up to the ceiling. And back to center, hands to the shoulders, circle those elbows around, keeping the navel pulled in. Reverse the direction. Fingertips together, soft through the knees, twisting around side to side. Back to center. With the weight in one leg, let's lift the other leg up, circle the hip open. Reverse the direction. I am doing it despite the fact that you can't see. Holding the leg up, point and flex the foot. Gently place it down. Let's change sides. Other leg up, circling that hip open. And reverse the direction. Holding the leg up, point and flex the foot. And gently place it down. So we're going to start off with the weight in the left foot, left leg, a little bend into the left knee. And I'll just tilt the camera slightly. So we're going to have that right knee is going to come into the chest as high as you can. And then leaning forwards, trying to get your chest and your leg parallel with the ground. Coming up and forwards, knee into the chest. Trying to stay nice and stable. If you need to assist yourself with balance by holding on to something, that's absolutely fine. Knee in. Keeping the navel pulled into the spine for 3. And 4. 5. We're going to 8. 6. Looking at something still helps. 7. And 8. Well done. Staying with the right leg moving, so left foot stays planted down. Right knee comes into the chest. Step the leg back, arms go overhead, so you're in a lunge. So the front knee is bent. In your lunge position, front knee is bent. Arms overhead, stretching out. Arms go back as the knee comes into the chest. Stepping back into your lunge again, arms overhead. Reaching back. 3 to go, knee into the chest. Reaching back. And 2. And 1. Take the hands to the hips, stay in your lunge. Hip bones facing forwards, let's pulse. Pushing into the heel of the front foot. The lower you get that back knee, the more your legs are going to work. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping forwards. Let's do the other side. So, weight into the right foot. We're going to take left knee into the chest. Leaning forwards, getting the chest and the leg parallel with the ground. Knee into the chest. And back. Knee in. And back. 5 to go. For 5. And 4. 3. And 2. And 1. Excellent. Now we're going to take left knee into the chest and then step the leg back behind you. Take the arms up. And again, knee into the chest. Stepping back into your lunge, front knee bent. 3 to go. In and back. For 2. And 1. Take the hands to the hips, let's pulse. And pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping forwards, coming to the back of your mat. Roll the shoulders. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, chin to chest. Rolling down. As far as you can, take a hold of the opposite elbows, relax the head. And trying to keep the legs straight, just hang out here for a moment. And then gently release the hands, bend the knees, walk those hands forward to plank. Lowering the knees if you have sore wrists or for any reason you want to modify. Perfect. Stepping the left foot to the left hand. You can do this with your other knee bent if you would like. Otherwise, trying to stay up in the plank. Plank is more advanced. So we've got left foot to left hand. Then we're going to twist that left arm open to the ceiling. Gently place the hand down. Take the leg back into plank. Right foot to right hand. Twist the right arm open to the ceiling. And down. Step the foot back. One more each side. Left foot to left hand. Left arm up to the ceiling. Down. Back. Right foot to right hand. Up to the ceiling. Down. And back. Coming into your box. We're going to inhale to arch the spine. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. One more. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. And then gently separate the knees, press back into shell. Press the palms down into the mat. Take a moment to breathe. Perfect. Coming forwards, take the forearms down. Step those legs back to your plank position. So I'll show you with my knees down, but pretend I'm back on my plank. In your plank, really concentrate on pushing into the elbows so that you're puffing up between the shoulder blades. Your hips are low and your navel is drawn in. Step the feet together and then use your toes to push yourself forward and back. So we're not coming up and down, we're just moving forwards and back. Imagine your body is moving between two planks. So we're going forwards and back. Don't let those hips come up. The hips stay in your plank position as you rock forwards and back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Either take a breather if you need to, or if you fancy going with the challenge, you can twist that arm down and come up into your T rotation, so up into your side plank. Coming forwards to your low plank, twisting over onto the other side. And down, we're going to do one more each side, twisting over to that first side. and down, over to the second side, and forwards. Come down to your knees, take a moment to breathe. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to do a little side plank challenge. So you can either do this with your forearm down if you know that your wrists are not feeling fantastic today, or you can be up on your hand. Legs, we're going to aim for the legs to be out straight with the right foot in front of the left because we're on our right hand side. Perfect. If you need to modify, you can bend your legs, have your left foot in front of your right kind of shin area. This is to make it slightly easier. Take the arm in line with the body, big breath in, exhale up into your side plank. If you've got straight legs, let's take elbow to knee and then out. Elbow to knee and out. You can do this with knees down too. Elbow to knee and out. Let's do 5 more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Come down if you need to, or twist around and come straight onto your left-hand side. So if you need to be down on your knees, bend your knees. You're going to have your left foot in front of your right now with legs straight, or knees bent. You're going to have your right foot in front of your left shin, coming up into that side plank. Holding up, let's take elbow to knee and out. Elbow to knee and out. In and out. 5 to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently releasing down. Fantastic. Coming to kneeling. Coming up to kneeling. Roll the shoulders, take a moment to breathe. Step that left leg out to the side. You want the inner arch of the foot to line up with the knee. And then we're going to take the right hand down to the ground. If this is a real struggle for you, feel free to grab some books and give yourself a bit of extra height. We are going to lift that left leg and lower. Think about pushing the hips forward in this position. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. You can be up on your fist if your wrist hurts. Lift and lower for 4. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Holding the top leg up. Bend the knee, point the toes, bring the leg forwards, flex the foot, take it back. Point the toe forwards, flexing back. Pointing forwards, flexing back. Keep the knee high for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and circle the hip around. So the circling is coming from the hip, reverse the direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Calming up. Let's take the right leg out to the side. Middle of the foot lining up with the knee. Left hand down, or fist, or hand on books if you need to. We are going to lift the top leg and lower again. Think about pushing your hips forward. Lift and lower. Lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knee, keep the knee high. Point the toes forward, flex the foot back. Pointing forwards, flexing back, pointing forwards, flexing back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle that hip around and reverse the direction. Gently calming up, coming down. Let's take yourself into a cross-legged position, comfortable cross-legged position. Take a breather, deep breaths. We've gone fast and furious. Take your right hand or forearm down to the mat, keeping both your sit bones, the bony bits in your bum, grounded. Other arm up and overhead, trying to keep that arm in line with the ear as you lean over and catch your breath. And let's go over to the other side. Left hand or forearm down, right arm up and overhead in line with the ear. And back to center. Come to lie down on your front. We're going to start off in Sphinx with your elbows underneath your shoulders. If you'd like to straighten your arms, please do, only if it feels good to do so. Squeezing the glutes nice and firmly. And gently coming down. So we're going to start off lying on your front. Take your arms out to the side, palms facing down. Squeezing the glutes. We're going to exhale to lift up, lift the head and shoulders up, so lifting the upper body. Keeping the palms facing down, bring your arms forward so they're facing all the way forwards. Take them back to your outstretched position and then gently lower that body down. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. Arms go forwards. Arms out to the sides. And down. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. Arms forwards. Arms to the sides. And down, keep squeezing the glutes. One more. Exhale, lift. Arms forwards. Arms sides. And down. Take a breather if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to do 4 more with a slight variation. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, lift up. Palms facing down. Take the arms in line with the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Arms out to the sides. And down. 3 to go. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. Arms to the sides. Back to the T shape. And down. 2 to go. Big breath in. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, lift. Arms in line with the body. And back out. And down. Final time. Big breath in. Exhale, lift. Arms in line. Arms back out. And down. Fantastic. Push your hands into the mat and bring yourself up to seated. Coming to your rolling like a ball position. Options for rolling like a ball. We can either roll like a ball with our spine nice and curved, our chin tucked into our chest, our knees hugging in. I'm sorry I can't demonstrate this too well, but I've got a bit of an obstruction. Otherwise, if you'd like to try seal instead, make it a bit harder, you're going to have your arms on the inside of your legs, holding onto your feet. And it's the same rocking, rolling like a ball, except in this position. So it's up to you. We're going to go for 8. of these rolls, either in seal or rolling like a ball, is up to you. And keeping an eye on your progress. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. So we're going to come to lie all the way down on your back. With your legs straight, take your arms overhead, palms facing up. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, arms come forward, head and shoulders peel up. You're peeling yourself all the way up to seated. So you can use your hands to give you a bit of assistance if you need to. Rolling up and forwards, that's it, lovely. Taking a little stretch at the top. And then if you fancy an extra challenge, place your hands down by your sides, pushing up into reverse plank. Feel free to skip this if you have sore wrists or you just don't fancy it. Hips come down, reaching forwards, and we're going to repeat 3 more times. So rolling yourself all the way back. Arms overhead, big breath in. Exhale to come to seated. Perfect, leaning forwards. Maybe going for reverse plank, hands by the hips, lifting the chest up, lifting the hips high. Gently lowering, leaning forwards. And rolling yourself back down, 2 to go. Big breath in, exhale to lift. Lean forwards. Hands down, lifting up and down. Final time. Forwards, rolling back, rolling back. Coming back up. Hands down, pushing up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming down, bend your knees. So you can either do this next exercise with your feet down, take the arms out in front of you, palms facing each other, or if you fancy, you can lift those legs up, but keep the arms away from the legs if you can. I'll demonstrate with my legs down, but pretend that I'm doing the hardcore version with you. Perfect. We're going to take those arms down and up. Squeeze the knees together, squeeze the inner thighs together, down and up. Keep the chin away from the chest. Down and up, down and up. Let's take the arms out to the side, center, side, center, side, center, side, center. Let's do one arm down, one arm up, and switch, switch, and switch for 3 and 2 and 1. Gently place those feet down. Take the arms forward. Start to roll yourself back and then pause and hold. Keep the navel drawing in. Then roll another couple of inches back and pause and hold. Rolling a little bit further back and hold. And then the lowest you can without lying down and hold. 3, 2, 1. Lying down on your back. Taking the legs to tabletop. Now we can either go for toe taps or the double version. Toe taps with the legs in. I'll show you with myself slightly elevated. So toe taps, toes are pointed, and you're going to gently lower one leg and then the other. Or you can do both legs together. It's totally up to you. But please don't let your knee bend. Pretend your knees are in a plaster cast and the only thing that's going to move is they're moving from the hip rather than moving with the leg bending in on itself. So you can either go for the single toe taps, or you can move both legs at the same time. You can even make this harder by bringing your head and shoulders up off the ground. If your neck hurts, then feel free to place one or both hands behind your back. If you're doing both legs together, squeeze the legs together and make sure that your knees aren't folding in on themselves. So the lowering is happening from the hips. And we're moving nice and slowly, slowly. Looking good. I find it helps to inhale to lower, exhale to lift. But I know that can get confusing, so just as long as you keep breathing, try not to hold your breath. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest, relax your head and shoulders down. Take your arms out to your sides on the ground, palms facing down. We're going to straighten those legs away from you and then bring them back into your chest. So straighten the legs out and then bring them back in. The lower down towards the ground that you go, the harder it is. Keep the navel drawn in and out, in and out. Well done. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking your legs up to the ceiling, crossing at the ankles. You can keep a little bend in the knees for this. On an exhale, lift those hips up and then gently lower back down. And then we'll exhale to lift and lower. Think about coming up as slowly as possible and lowering as slowly as possible. Well done. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Uncross and recross with the other ankle on top. Keep going with your movement. Well done. Looking good. For 3, 2, and 1. Take a little break if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to take those legs to tabletop. And we're going to go for crisscross, aka bicycle. So interlacing fingers behind the head or taking the hands to the side of the head. We're going to take opposite knee to opposite elbow, really nice and slowly. That's it, keeping the chin away from the chest. Lovely. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, hug your knees into your chest. Fantastic, well done everyone. Take the feet down to the floor about hip distance. If at any point you feel soreness in the knees, maybe bring your feet slightly further forward. Tilt your hips up towards your shoulders and peel yourself up into shoulder bridge. So the head stays down. So the hips are high in your shoulder bridge. Then gently peel your spine back down to the mat. And peeling back up. And peeling down. Peeling back up. And we're going to hold. Option to come up onto the tiptoes to make it slightly harder. We're going to march one knee into tabletop. And then gently alternate. Nice and gently. Keeping the hips nice and high. Well done. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whether your tiptoes are up or down, we're going to pulse. Pulse those hips up towards the ceiling. So gentle little lowers and pulses, squeezing those glutes. Little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently peel your spine back down. Perfect. Walk your feet slightly further forwards than normal. So bring the feet further away from the body. And then peel yourself back up into your shoulder bridge. One at a time, you're going to step your feet back into the normal foot position and then walk them back out to further away. So the further away you have, the more you're going to feel it in the back of the legs. So keep going. Whichever foot steps out, step that one back in and then alternate sides. So you know both your legs are doing an equal amount of being dominant. Keep the hips high. Really focus on keeping the hips high as you step those feet. Well done. Keep going, keep going. For 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently peel yourself back down. Step your feet and legs together. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, peeling up into your shoulder bridge. Take the arms up, palms together, arms up to the ceiling. And we're going to go for butterflies. So opening out the arms to the sides as the legs open, or the knees open, and then pushing yourself back together. Really focus on keeping hips high here. And breathing, breathing. Lovely. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring yourself down, lying on your back, hugging your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side. Perfect. Crossing one ankle over the other knee. Hug those knees into the chest. Or just keep them with the foot down if you're struggling to get the right angle of the knee. Gently release and change sides. And release. Hug your left knee into your chest, right leg is long. And then pull that knee across towards the opposite shoulder. Keep the spine down for this. This is to stretch out the hip and glute area, first of all. Then take your left arm out to the side and pull that knee across the body. You can allow the spine to twist now. So we want to aim for the knee going down towards the mat, but try and prioritize keeping your shoulder down, your left shoulder, and look out towards your outstretched hand. Back to center. Take your right knee into the chest, stretch the left leg long. Pull that knee across towards the opposite shoulder, keeping the back on the mat. And then taking the right arm out to the side, pull your knee across the body, coming into a spine twist, looking towards your outstretched hand, keeping that right shoulder down on the ground. Back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Middle rock side to side. And then gently rolling over onto your side, coming up to seated. Lovely. Take the legs out as wide as you can. Legs are straight, feet are flexed, opposite of pointed. Leaning forwards with a flat back and straight legs. Keep your chin away from your chest, so keep your head up. And think about presenting your chest down towards the ground. And back up. Taking a hold of your left shin, ankle or foot, wherever you can reach to. Take the right arm up and overhead. Reach towards that opposite foot. Up and over. Right hand on the foot, ankle, shin. Other arm reaches up and overhead. Take the feet together and either lean forwards, holding onto your ankles, or holding onto your feet, pulling yourself forwards. Keep your chin away from your chest. Always keep the head up. I know it kind of feels like if you lean forwards with your head that you're getting further down, but actually that's just because your face gets closer to the ground. It's not helping with the stretching where we want to stretch. So we're going to keep that lovely head up. And then take the feet further away so your legs are in a diamond shape. Again, leaning forwards with a flat back. Use your elbows to push in just above the knee, to push those knees down towards the ground as you lean forward. And coming up, let's come to standing. Feet hip distance and parallel. One arm up and overhead, pressing that elbow down. And the other side. One arm across the body for the shoulder stretch. And the other side. Holding on to something if your balance is a little off by now. Leaning the weight into one foot, picking up your foot behind you. As you have your knees together, just think about bringing your hips slightly further forward and making sure you're nice and strong and proud through the chest. Gently release and change sides. So knees are level. And gently release. Interlace those fingers behind the back. Push the hands away from the body as your chest pushes forward. Gently release, roll the shoulders. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, chin to chest. Roll down the spine. Rolling down, rolling down. Bend the knees as much as you need to get the chest onto the thighs. And then very gently, very slowly, straighten the legs, keeping the chest in contact with the thighs for as long as possible. And bending. So sort of allow 3 seconds to bend, 3 seconds to straighten. Keep the head relaxed. Pushing the tailbone up to the ceiling. And then straighten out the legs, just hold here for a moment. Bend the knees, and on an exhale, roll yourself back up to standing. Rolling the shoulders. Soft through the knees, elbows wide, twisting around side to side. Back to center, roll the shoulders. And the sun has come out, so let's go and enjoy. Thank you guys very much for joining, and see you next time.